Hello. So I'm doing this. This is a request. Commander 144 was asking about this leveled list integration and the amazing world of bikini armor. Basically saying when they had this downloaded that this leveled list wouldn't activate, saying that they didn't have the required mod. But I'm not seeing that. When I download this and then download this, it seems to work as expected. Now, perhaps you're trying to use the CBBE version. I don't know about that. I'm surprised, actually, if you look at this. The UNP version has fewer favorites and fewer ratings than the CBBE version. I'm surprised because there's really not that much CBBE stuff in Skyrim on the Xbox. I don't even bother using it most of the time. Anyway, that's cool. They're probably using it with the Nephilim and stuff, I guess. I guess that would make sense. Anyway. The followers are doing pretty good. They seem to be doing alright. Anyway, so I have this, the UMP version of the amazing and the leveled list, and it works fine. Matter of fact, if you'll notice, if you're trying to use this for the CBBE, this is not for the CBBE. It's only for the UNP version. Now, you do need the UNP version downloaded before you download this. This list integration is just to get this in the list so your people will, so you'll see these armors being used by bandits and other people in the game. Okay. Now, I've done a show about the armors and where you can go to find them and do all that business. I haven't done anything regarding the level list, and I haven't really played through a game where they were in the leveled list. So maybe I'll start a new game and mess around with that at some point. But for today, I was just wanting to prove that this does work and that you can use these two mods. So let me scroll down here. Okay, so the leveled list is fine. It does, you know, it's meant to be used for the UMP version, though, not for the CBBE version. So let me take this up. These are all, this is all an armor add-on. This is not really a replacement. And then this in this patch for the leveled list, I'm just going to stick it in my patches. It'll be fine. And maybe I'll keep these around for a little while and I'll test it a little bit. And I'll try to do a further update later on. Or maybe we'll just see it as I play through my games and we'll see what happens. But I don't really see an issue with just getting it active. That's not a problem. Now I could create somebody new and we could play around, and maybe I'll do that later. We'll play around and see if these armors actually show up, and I'll leave this available. Maybe I'll use the armor. Maybe I'll use some of the skimpy armors for a silly playthrough. It'll be funny. I haven't been doing a lot of that because it's fun for a while, and then you're kind of like, you know. And I've really liked. I've really been liking this armor, this armor set lately. I guess I'm getting off topic. I apologize, but you know, in general, I do want to let everybody know. I'm running behind on requests. I know I am, but I am working on them, and I will try to do the best I can. Now, if you gave me a request of like a whole bunch of stuff, then that's probably too much, and I probably just let that slide. But if you like ask me about one thing or, you know, something like that, then I just haven't got to it yet, and I apologize. I really do. But But yeah, if you dump a list of like 10 or 12 things on me, then I'm probably not going to do any of them because it's just too much. It's too overwhelming. I'm sorry, but it's just true. It's just too much. I can't sit and do a whole bunch of shows for one person like that, not all at one time. I can try to mix in and do a few things, and I do plan on doing some texture things in Fallout 4 because I've really been disappointed in that I can't really tell that much difference in a lot of textures and stuff in Fallout 4. So, but Fallout 4 is different from Skyrim anyway. Skyrim, things really seem to work better and show up better, which is kind of funny, but it's true. Anyway, getting off topic again. I still have a bunch of shows to do here. But while we're doing those, we'll kind of test and see how this, the amazing world of Bikini Armor goes, and see if these things show up in the leveled list. I'll try to make somebody new, and we'll see how that goes. But for right now, it works for me. Okay, I have, if you have the UNP version of the mod, and you download it and have it in your load order, have it turned on, and then you download this and have it turned on, it seems to work just fine. I don't have any issue. I did download this first. Note that this is only for the UNP mod. At the very top of the description. It will not work with this. I have no idea about this. So, oh, I see. Yeah, this is more popular because it's made to go with the Nephilim body shape that Morgan Helsing created. Okay. Which I would like better if it didn't have the weird texture glow and it was, what's the other word? And was, not CBB, not CBBE. Because I just don't use, I've just not used CBBE because there hasn't been a lot of stuff. I know we're getting more for it in Skyrim, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's too bad that the two ideas are so incompatible between UNP and that. The UNP is really nice. We did some shows on that, and these are really nice. So maybe I'll play around with it again a little bit. I'm not going to do another show on it, though, because we went through all of that. And the leveled list integration is just to get it into the world so that you'll find it in chests and other places, and other people will be wearing that stuff. So, alright. So for the TAWOBA leveled list integration, it does work. It only works with the UNP. Make sure you have the UNP Amazing World of Bikini Armor downloaded first, so that it's in your load order, and then you can bring this in. If I go, I imagine, well, you know what, this might, I'm going to do it. It might create some ghost space, or it might, it might cause me to have some fragmentation, but just humor me for a minute. I'm gonna leave it favorited. I'm going to disable this. I'm going to delete it. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to leave it favorited. I'm going to disable it, and I'm going to delete it. Okay, so I no longer have that in my load order, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to let it reload. I don't think a reset is really necessary. I'm just going to let it reload and refresh. Then I'm going to go in, and we're going to try to download the integrated list portion by itself, because I think the reason you're getting the error on that is that you don't have the correct mod in place. But let's see if they actually put the requirement in there. Now, do notice too, on the leveled list integration, they say that you would be better served to start a new game to see the armor in the game quicker. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's just going to take longer for the leveled list to be updated in your game. Okay, so that's just the way it works. Okay. So I'm going to download this without the mod. Okay, so the mod is, where's the mod? The mod is here. I don't have it downloaded. So I'm going to come over here, and we're going to download this without the mod. and it can't be installed because, see, it downloaded it, it put it in my load order, but it won't enable it. I can't enable it because this mod is not present. So now watch this. I will download this mod. If a mod has a requirement and the modder says that a mod is required, sometimes, now not all time, not every time, but most of the time, they will set a flag. So basically that if the required mod is not in your load order, you can still download the mod. Like I downloaded this, it is in my list, but I can't enable it, I can't turn it on. So if we scroll down to the bottom real fast while that's downloading, just let it do its thing, you'll see that it's here and it's taking up space, but it's not turned on. Oh, it's not even going to show it for me. Rats, I forgot. Sometimes Skyrim will do this. It won't even show you the mod. It is down there though. See how I've got the little arrow saying to scroll down? It is there. It's just not enabled. Well, I was going to show it to you, but I can't. Now the other one's finishing downloading. It'll probably let me, yeah, see, it'll let me show it to you now. And now we can probably turn it on. See, we have this downloaded. We have this downloaded. So now I should be able to enable this. Ta-da, no problem. So that most likely, Commander 144, most likely that is the issue, is that you don't have the UMP version of this downloaded and turned on. I don't know if it really notices if you turn it on or off though. It didn't give us any error when I turned it off there. So anyway, I'm going to put these back, and I will just go ahead. We'll play around and experiment with some of this and see how we do, okay? So at some point, I'm going to have to blow away all my mods and restart over, because I have created just flip-flopping stuff in and out, you know, and changing things around. I know I have made a mess, but that's just part of doing the shows. That's just the way it works. There's not much I can do about that. I don't want to stop doing the shows. Anyway, let's see. So some of these I have removed from my load order. We did shows on them. They're fine. They're good. They're good mods. But I'm not using them anymore for whatever reason, and I don't need to keep them around. Some of these, I've turned some of these off, making room for us to do other things and preparing for a big blowout and redoing a new bunch of stuff. All right, so don't want to drone on too long about that. So just remember, when you have a mod that requires another mod, make sure you download the required mod first. Download it, get it activated in your load order, and then download the mod that requires it, or patch, or however you want to think of it, and turn that on. Now, again, this mod, the leveled list integration, is only for the UNP version. It is not for the CBBE version, okay? So just want to make sure that's clear, and I hope that helps you and answers anyone's question if anyone else had a question on that, okay? All right. So I will quit belaboring the point and beating the dead horse and all those other things we say, okay? All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to stay safe, and I will catch you later.